This is 13-year-old Issa B. She posts on Facebook about losing her last baby tooth and her first day of 7th grade. And this is the kind of message she receives on Facebook Messenger, sexually explicit and accompanied by a pornographic video. But Issa isn't real. Her photos are AI generated. Her account was created by law enforcement as part of an operation they say is aimed to show how tech giant Meta, Facebook's parent company, puts children at risk for sexual abuse, human trafficking, and mental health harms.
I was shocked both by the speed and the scale of what we were seeing, the way in which accounts would be immediately inundated with solicitations for sex, solicitations to share graphic material.
New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres is suing to hold Meta accountable for its social media platforms that the state says in its lawsuit have become a marketplace for predators in search of children upon whom to prey. The lawsuit alleging Meta knowingly exposes children to the twin dangers of sexual exploitation and mental health harm.
I think there is some awareness in the public about the growing harm that these platforms pose to teen mental health and the addictive nature of the platforms. I think there's far less understanding about how prevalent the predatory behavior is in these spaces.
Today, opening arguments began. Attorneys for the state laying out their case.
The evidence in this case will be that Meta has knowingly made false and misleading statements, particularly about the safety of its platforms for teens and preteens.
A lawyer for Meta arguing the company works hard to protect users.
Meta repeatedly has warned parents and teens and everyone that harmful content does get past Meta's safeguards.
It's unclear if Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will take the stand. The case is a culmination of a more than 2-year investigation that included the months-long undercover sting operation designed to identify and arrest child predators who were using Meta's social media platform set up by Torres and his team of investigators.
We decided to test under real-world circumstances just how easy it would be for some of those predators to navigate through those platforms and actually try and exploit children in the real world.
Under Operation Metafile, 3 New Mexico men attempted to solicit children for sex. One 29-year-old man saying, "I can get in a lot of trouble if the cops find out," and a 47-year-old man asking a girl what motel she's staying at to give us some time to work on our kisses.
These perpetrators were clearly doing illegal stuff and knew they were doing illegal stuff and knew that they were doing illegal stuff on this platform.
The girls the men thought they were interacting with were decoy accounts set up by state agents. After arranging to meet at a local motel, the men were arrested, charged, and pleaded guilty. 2 were sentenced to 5 years in prison. 1 is on probation.
These are individuals who explicitly use this platform to find and target these children.
In its failed motion to dismiss the case, Meta said the company condemns all forms of sex trafficking and child exploitation, but there is no legal basis for the state's claims seeking to hold Meta liable for displaying content created and shared by third parties. Other social media platforms have settled similar lawsuits in other states.
There are a number of different cases that have been filed around the country. We know that in the California case, TikTok and Snapchat, they've settled. The situation in New Mexico is such where Meta has not settled.
This is not the first time that Meta has faced calls for accountability.
I'm here today because I believe Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy.
In 2021, Frances Haugen, who became known as the Facebook whistleblower, painted a stark picture in testimony before Congress of a tech giant with tremendous power but little sense of responsibility.
I saw Facebook repeatedly encounter conflicts between its own profits and our safety. Facebook consistently resolved these conflicts in favor of its own profits.
In a letter to employees posted on his Facebook page at the time, CEO Mark Zuckerberg wrote, "At the heart of these accusations is the idea that we prioritize profit over safety and well-being. That's just not true." Meta also said they have thousands of people working on safety and security issues globally and have invested billions in this area. In 2024, Zuckerberg went to Capitol Hill himself. He faced families whose children died from causes they attributed to social media.
No one should have to go through the things that your families have suffered.
Critics believe very little has changed. And in fact, there are those who suggest that in recent years, the situation has gotten worse.
In a statement to ABC News, Meta calling the investigation ethically compromised, also saying in part, while the New Mexico Attorney General makes sensationalist, irrelevant, and distracting arguments by cherry-picking select documents, we're focused on demonstrating our long-standing commitment to supporting young people, introducing teen accounts with built-in protections, and providing parents with tools to manage their teens' experiences.
I think there are going to be a lot of revelations that, frankly, that has never been reported on in the public before over the course of the next 7 weeks, and it's going to be a real eye-opener for not only the jurors, but for the rest of the country.